Thank you, Mr. Rosendale. Appreciate the yield. So let's go through, Mr. Soto, some of the things that you brought up. First of all, I hate to get facts in the way of a good argument, but there's not a single member on our side that's on the Energy and Commerce Committee, contrary to your comments a minute ago. Number two, I was having a little trouble following your logic there, but I assume you were maybe talking about our vote no on the Federal Trade Commission bill that the Democrats shoved through the House. I want to remind you that there are members of your party that similarly objected to that legislation. And here's why. They did that because in August of last year, Brian Deese, who's a senior White House official, what is he, the director of economic policy, whatever, for the White House, he sent a letter to the Federal Trade Commission saying, hey, I want you to investigate price gouging of oil and gas companies. Let me say that again. That was I think it was August of last year. Following, in November of last year, the President of the United States, Joe Biden, he sent a letter to the Federal Trade Commission, which is generally what the presidents do. Presidents write letters to their subordinates. No, you do that only for press purposes. He sent a letter reiterating. Now, if the Federal Trade Commission actually needed authority to do the investigation, why in the hell did the boss write a letter telling him to do it? Because here's why. Because all of this is a charade. Because y'all are out there saying, hey, look, it's the Federal Trade Commission. They need to get involved. It's price gouging by big oil. Oh, no, this is Vladimir Putin's fault. It's Bigfoot. He did it. I mean, look, all of this, it just out there just chasing your tail, just coming up with false narratives. And as long as y'all continue to do that, we're going to continue to see this number go up. It's going to keep happening because until you acknowledge the problem, then this is going to keep happening. Now, there was a comment that you made a minute ago saying that we sided with Vladimir Putin, and you said that a handful of us, or dozens of us, whatever, voted against the Ukraine aid package. And you know what? I was one of those people, and you damn right I did, and let me tell you why. Because in the Ukraine aid package, it provides funds for housing and transportation and medical care and clothing and all these things for folks in Ukraine. I've been to Ukraine, was there just a few months ago with Steny Hoyer. Visited with the refugees and everything else, and you know what? They deserve our help. But you know who else deserves our help? I don't know, Americans. How about that? We had one of the most powerful hurricanes in American history make landfall and hit my state, my constituents, people we represent. We tried to do an amendment to divert a portion of those funds to actually help out people at home that are homeless, that don't have a place to live, that don't have food. And you know what? Democrats rejected our amendment. So you know what? You're damn right I voted no, and I'd do it all day long because it was the wrong vote. I want to help the people in Ukraine, but I also want to make sure that we're helping people in Louisiana. I want to remind you that Democrats control the White House, the House, and the Senate. You control the agenda. You control the agenda. You want to talk about gun control and gun rights? You know what? You know the two bills having to do with gun safety and protecting our kids that have become law in the last 10 years or 15 years, those would be Republican bills. The Fix Nix, which has actually prevented people from getting guns that shouldn't have it and has saved lives. The bill that we did to help improve safety and security of schools to make sure that our kids can go there, as when I did, and be safe, when we didn't have fences, gates, locked doors, or anything else. So yeah, you're right. You're right. We need to focus on those priorities, but one of the most pervasive things happening that's affecting every single American, that's making them unable to make their ends meet, is gas prices. And now what's coming is electricity prices, and it's 100% unforced error. Last thing on this. A few of y'all brought up renewable energy. You know what? I fully support it. Fully support it. In fact, just a week or so ago, we had a hearing in this committee listening as to why we need to shut down the Twin Metals mine. You know what that is? It's cobalt, nickel, it's copper, and platinum resources, 75 to 90% of the resources in the United States that's needed for renewable energy. This administration shuts it down. No to everything, no to all of the above isn't an energy policy.